right, guys. Well, welcome back to the Elder Scrolls Online, the Gold Road chapter. I am JDZ Gaming Empire. We last left off with me trying to figure out where the devil this house was. And after I stopped recording, I found it in here, in the Fertile Respite. And actually, it looks like it's just like a little room, to be honest with you, and I can't even buy it furnished, so I am not interested in it.
Maybe I should try the battlegrounds.
But just for those of you who have not seen it yet, right up this way, and it's this Rosewine Retreat housing. So just a little square. Nothing fabulous about it, and you can't buy it furnished. So yeah, that does not interest me in the slightest, because I'm not good at home furnishing anyways. So I will not be buying it. It wasn't, I think it was 3,000 coin to purchase it. Yeah, so it will be there. Oh, tribute. I'm definitely not playing tribute. And I have to remember that I should be, any side quests I come across, I need to accept them, since I'm going to try to do everything that I can in this chapter. The Count's Boar Hunt. What is this about? My dearest sister, tell Mother not to worry about my supper tonight. I won't be returning home anytime soon. As you know, the Count's Boar Hunt was this morning, and I must regretfully tell you that although the hunt is over, I'm in no shape to travel. That said, I can still hold a quill, so I suppose I owe you the whole story. At dawn, I set out for the forest south of the Weatherley estate to meet the rest of the hunting party. The Count is quite generous to sponsor a hunt for the public, so I was far from the only hopeful hunter in the group. In fact, there were so many of us that I thought we were more likely to chase off any game than come across something worth pursuing. Count Calitius is wise, though, so his aides quickly divided the massive group into several smaller parties that were told to fan out away from each other. To my shock, I realized I had somehow ended up in a group with the Count himself. I couldn't see him very well, as he allowed the hunters on foot to lead the way, while he gallantly rode behind on a white steed with golden armor. I wanted to hang back for a better view, but that wouldn't have gotten me any closer to nabbing a boar. Instead, I gripped my spear tightly and I moved toward the front of the group on light feet. The Count's hounds trotted ahead, noses to the ground as they searched for the scent of boars. It was quiet for some time. The only sounds were the snuffling dogs and the hunter's careful steps. All at once, the dogs threw their heads back and started baying as they picked up the scent. Those of us on foot began running after the hounds, bounding recklessly through the underbrush as we neared our quarry. "There!" someone shouted. The party broke into an open glade, where we discovered two massive boars locked in a deadly territorial skirmish. The size of their tusks gave them away as males, and their bristling fur betrayed the animal fury within. The intensity of their battle must have masked the approach of our party. It was stunning. Without warning, the larger of the boars broke away from the other and charged toward the hunters at the front of the party. The whole group of us surged toward the action. A brave man with a long hunting sword attempted to plunge it into the beast's neck. It was the last mistake he would ever make. The boar's frenzied momentum carried it easily up the length of the man's sword, until the blade was buried in the animal's hide, and the boar's tusks had gored the man deep in his belly. Blood poured out from the wound, and the man lost his grip on the sword embedded in the animal's flank, as it searched out a new target. The man fell quickly, his body forgotten in the chaos of the moment. As the boar began to snort and circle before making another charge, I had a sickening realization. We lost track of the second boar. The whole party was engaged with the larger animal, intent on avenging the fallen hunter. I turned, back to see if the Count would choose this moment to strike, when I saw the unmistakable shape of the second boar going through the Count's aides and knights, making for his horse. Without thinking, I turned away from the first boar and began running toward the Count. To his credit, the Count saw the boar coming, and grim acceptance crossed his face as he raised his sword for what he knew would be a futile blow. Before the beast made contact with the Count and his steed, I drew back my arm and launched my spear directly at the Count. It was a risky move, to be sure. I've never been a great shot, and I could certainly use more practice on moving targets. RK must have guided my hand because the spear flew true. It pierced the second boar through its eye, killing the beast. Not a moment before, it would have had Count Calentius on the end of its tusks. The Count stared at the dead boar for a moment before lifting his gaze to meet mine. He nodded at me and I'm sure was about to say something profound before the first boar charged me from behind. Don't remember much after that. Thankfully, the boar's tusks missed me, but the beast did trample me on its way through the crowd before someone eventually put it down. I woke hours later in the Count's castle in Skingrad, where healers had set my leg and given me a soothing drink for my scrapes and bruises. The Count was especially grateful for my intervention with the boar. He even invited me to sit at the high table with him at the feast that night. I never could have imagined sitting with the Count himself as we dined on roast boar and toasted the many brave hunters of Westweald. Count Calentius arranged for me to stay here in Skingrad until I'm well enough to travel home. He's offered me a horse from his personal stable, as well as a year's supply of salted pork and a monetary prize for taking down a boar, plus more for saving his life. I will write again soon to let you know of my recovery. We'll have plenty of time to discuss how to spend the prize money when I return, although I can safely say I'm retired from boar hunting. Your loving brother, Albus Hadex. Ooh, that was interesting. Very nice story. Kind of reminds me of the boar that gored the king in the Game of Thrones. You guys ever watched that HBO series that was fantastic for, I think 8 seasons? All right, so let's look at the journal entry, Paths of Chaos. Laramil the Wise sent word that I'm needed in the Westweald. The land is threatened by Daedric incursions, a secretive order known as the Recollection, and a forgotten Daedric prince. Laramil claims that the Fate has chosen me to meet this challenge. The influence of Athalia, Daedric Prince of Paths, appears to be causing strange disturbances throughout Westweald. Laramil pinpointed 3 specific sites I should investigate: Ostermere, Rustwall, and Ellinglen. And they are kind of all over the place. We are right here. I'm thinking we will... let's go get this Sky Shard, then we can get this Way Shrine, hit this one up. So it's probably better to go over here first. And then come over this way. Yeah, let's go over here first. All right. Oh, I'm so excited, you guys. And I'm trying not to be disgruntled. I see that this chapter is getting mixed reviews. People are not liking the scribing. It's like fetch this, fetch that, come back, wait on this, wait on that. So people are not happy about that. They claim that the story is very short. Yeah, it is pretty short. There's only 5 stories quests in this zone. It's pretty minimum, to be honest. I don't know, what is this? Yeah, so I don't know. Skingrad seeks adventures. Before I do anything like that, I'm gonna wait. I don't know what is involved in that kind of quest, but the main side quests I plan on working on are ones that are with people needing something. Okay, so we're going down this way. All right, time to get lost in a new area, you guys. All right, what now is the best way to get here? Guess it doesn't matter, so we'll... Oh, wait, it does matter. There's a sky shard right there. Hop on our mount and go get it. Now, where are you at, Sky Shard? Are you... Oh, you're up there. Okay. I see you, Sergeant. What is your name? Tagula? I see you. Don't you worry. I will be back. I was like, what is that noise? It's a troll. I guess I better charge my staff up. Oh, and a skill point. Anything in provisioning? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, recipe improvement allows the making of up to level 49 recipes, or allows the use of complex purple recipes. Ooh, well, this one will be maxed out, and this will be one away from maxing out. Let's get this one. Oh, we have 2 skill points. Ooh, what do we want to max out here? Let's do that one. All right, we need one more skill point, and that will be done. Then we need to figure out how to work on our alchemy and our enchanting and jewelry, because they're lacking. They are lacking. And I assume that these need to be up to level 50 as well. Everything in the skill will need to be level 50. Okay, so we saw somebody over here. And there is a way shrine over here. Yeah, I can see why people are complaining this too about the map size. It's really small. But I'm gonna wait and form my own opinion. This map is small. What's the best way? Probably down this way. Oh, I see it. Oh, what is that? Get off. Actually, let me not forget to do this.
Charged up, then we're ready to go. You asked for it.
Yep, Ancestor Silk.
Building up a staff. Good thinking.
Oh, and I already had it as an add-on. I just didn't have it turned on. But now I can at least get an idea how much to pay if I want to buy this Ancestor Silk. The raw is outrageous. I mean, it's quite a bit. But the Ancestor Silk itself is pretty reasonable price. So I'm using a trade, Tamriel Trade Center add-on that gives the suggested pricing for, I guess, if people want to sell their items, and also for if you want to buy it. So it seems to me it would be cheaper to buy just the Ancestor Silk, because that's what I need anyways to craft the armor, instead of spending money on the raw Ancestor Silk. Maybe looking at this wrong. Well, let's see. How many you get? I guess it depends on how many raw ancestor silks you get. Maybe I should be looking at it like that instead of paying 55 to 69 coin for just one ancestor silk. Yeah, maybe that's the way I need to be looking at, because maybe you get 100 raw ancestor silk. I'll have to go check it out. So, but that's the cost, 251 to 314. But I'll do that on my own time.
Always worth stocking up.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. It would not cost more for the raw than it does for the already crafted ancestor silk. Now that I'm thinking about that. And it has to be in like a bundle for the raw ancestor silk. All right, come on over here. Okay, now this one is a box or a square or octagon like we're used to. All right. Now, there was somebody over here that's going to need some assistance. And we need to come over here and look anyways. To investigate one of the areas. What's this? Uh-oh, I hear that anchor. I hear the anchor. I wonder if there's anybody over there. I don't know if I'm gonna make it in time. Let's see, let's see. Okay, since I'm trying to do a lot of things now instead of just a story zone, I will probably be getting distracted. Nobody over here. Really? That person's here. That's not enough. That's not... Okay, here come some more people. All right, here they come. Let's say that's not enough people to take this on. What is this about? 6 million? Are you serious? 6 million?
Counter this.
Oh, no, 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 no. Ah! No, get away from me! Why are you focused on me? Leave me alone! Ouchies! That hurt just a little. Hurt just a little. Sharp as Knight is hanging in there. Oh, is that it? Nice. This is one of the good things about a new chapter coming out is there's lots of people to do these world events. Ancestor Silk, a treasure. Okay, let's take a look here. Okay, that's treasure. Treasure map. A ring. Okay, it's part of a set. So I guess you can farm that. Mosaic skill shred. Shred rip from... Okay, that's collectible. Okay, so I guess you're going to be farming for this set by coming over here. But now that is done. Yep, let's go. Sergeant Tagula, I see you. What do you need, sir? Or ma'am?
Traveler, do you know what happened to the cohort at Rustwall? A moment, Traveler. A detachment of legionaries should be roaming the grounds of Rustwall. We came to meet them, but we can't find a soul. No legionaries, no servants, not even a gardener. I'm at a loss as to what has become of them.
What do you expect to find legionnaires? Why do you expect to find legionnaires at this estate?
My commanding officer, Tribune Alea Idolus, sent a cohort to guard Rustwall. With the recent troubles plaguing the Weald, she didn't want to chance an enemy gaining a foothold this close to Skingrad. But we arrived to find not a single legionary.
You mentioned enemies. Could the cohort have been attacked?
The Tribune and I didn't see any signs of combat. Just an empty courtyard. She ordered me to do one more sweep of the area and then report back to Skingrad, but I hate the idea of leaving her here alone. Will you aid Tribune Alea in her search?
I can help Tribune Alea. Where can I find her?
Look for Tribune Alea inside the walls of the estate, in the courtyard. Know that the Tribune can be somewhat demanding, but she's a fine officer, and I'm sure she'll pay you for any aid you provide. The Legion hires mercenaries all the time.
What should I know about Rustwall Estate?
Count Calantius of Skingrad owns the estate. Uses it when he needs a break from the politics of his court. I think he lets visiting dignitaries stay here too. All I know for sure is that I was sent to meet the cohort here, but I can't find them.
Tell me about the Imperial Legion.
The Imperial Legion protected the Empire when there was still an Empire to protect. With those three pretenders fighting over the Ruby Throne in Cyrodiil, the Westweald Legion primarily defends Skingrad and its vassals. I'm proud to serve.
Tell me about Tribune Alea Idolus.
The Tribune is one of our best officers. I've served with her since before Clivia Tharn took the throne. We mostly attend to local matters now, while her methods occasionally stray from standard Legion protocol. She always achieves results.
What do you mean about methods?
The Legion thrives on order, hierarchy. That's what keeps it functioning among the chaos. Tribune Alea practices a looser approach on the battlefield. Never mind, it's inappropriate for me to criticize my Tribune. To a stranger, no less.
Alrighty. Let's look at that. The missing cohort. A cohort of Imperial Legionnaires under the command of Tribune Alea Idolus have disappeared. They were supposed to guard Rustwall, but now the entire estate appears deserted. I agreed to help in the search. I need to speak to Tribune Alea Idolus to begin my search for the missing Legionnaires. I can find her in the Rustwall Estate's courtyard. I should head there now, which is probably in the same area where we need to, look. Yep. No problem. Missing cohort. Yep. So this add-on I have, I forget which one it is, but it will have all the little quest markers on here. And I'll have to... Yeah, it has all the little quest markers. All right, let's go on up in here. What do you say? Sharp as night? I don't think he died in that battle that we just left from. I think he survived it. Oh, hello. I was too busy looking at my compass to see about the main story there. Keeps going over it. Okay, just investigate. Help Tribune Alea investigate Rustwall Estate. All right. Talk to Tribune Alea Idolus. Where she's right here.
Look around. No people. Strange, right? I detached an entire Legion cohort to guard this estate, but I haven't found a single legionary. Not even a servant. What's your story? Do you know what happened to my legionaries?
I understand that you need help finding a missing Legion cohort.
I remember when the Legion didn't have to rely on mercenaries. Still, I'd appreciate the help. Until I find my cohort or the missing servants, I have to assume Skingrad's in danger. I can't abide that. Assist me, and I'll see you well paid.
I'll help you find the missing Legion cohort.
I hereby designate you a temporary agent of the Westweald Legion.
Well, thank you.
Just until we find my soldiers. We'll search the manor house first. I'll meet you inside. Keep your eyes open, comrade. We don't know what happened here.
What should I know about Rustwall Estate?
Well, it's usually a lot more lively. When Count Calantius isn't in residence or it isn't filled with visiting dignitaries, there's still the entire household staff. But so far, I haven't found a soul. No signs of a battle or struggle yet either.
Who's Count Calantius?
Count Calantius governs Westweald from the city of Skingrad. He's a shrewd leader. When dignitaries visit Skingrad, the Count offers them use of the Rustwall Manor House. It's the Count's way of, how did he put it? Encouraging positive outcomes.
And that's why you sent the Legion cohort here?
I sent my Legion cohort here, the best soldiers in the Weald. The estate's proximity to the city makes it strategically important. I wanted to make sure we weren't surprised from this direction. But something happened here. We need to find out what.
Who are you exactly?
I suppose introductions are in order. I am Tribune Alea Idolus of the Westweald Legion, Marshal to Count Calantius, daughter of Quatrius Idolus, Knight of Colovia. A mouthful, I know, but I enjoy reciting my entire pedigree from time to time.
Okay. How did you get the rank of Tribune?
Faithful service to the Legion, plus a strong sword arm. I fought in Varen's rebellion and defended Colovia as the Usurper War broke out. After we won the battle for Northhook, I started moving up the ranks. Now here I am.
What was the battle for Northhook?
It happened at the start of the Usurper War. The Daggerfall Covenant sought Northhook as a base from which to invade Imperial City. We didn't want them there. When my commander fell, I took charge. Eventually, we repelled the invaders.
How did you become Count Calantius's marshal?
When the Usurper War began, the Legion sent me to defend our borders. Colovia has no love for those grasping to be emperor. We didn't want to get dragged into the conflict. Count Calantius heard about my exploits and brought me into his service.
What do you do for the Count?
In addition to my duties as a Legion Tribune, I perform special missions for the Count. Right now, I'm looking into the various troubles plaguing the Weald. Rumors of cults and Daedra roaming the countryside. Whatever's going on in the New Forest.
New Forest?
It was the damnedest thing. In a flash, the rolling hills and vineyards were replaced by a thick jungle. And then those wood elves moved in and established the city of Vashabar. You can imagine why the Count is concerned.
You mentioned Quatrius Idolus. Who's that?
My father. He was a successful merchant, but I barely remember him. He died when I was very young. He left me a great deal of gold so I could study and make something of myself. I'm grateful for that. When I was of age, I joined the Legion.
Okay. All right, some good information from her. So we'll go in here and check this. She's already headed in there. Okay, it looks like for the main story, we need to come over, maybe over here. Let's go in here.
Seems
Search
everyone
for
left in a
clues.
hurry. take a look around.
Don't you worry, I will be looking everywhere. Oh, bloody servant tunic.
Someone attacked the servant this belonged to.
Book there. Okay, we can't read that. Okay, something upstairs. Let's, before we head upstairs, let's finish looking downstairs. The Emperor of the Villa. Nope, I'm sorry.
Rustwall Manor is you.
Just trying to, can y'all move? Thank you.
Servants light this when there's danger, to warn others away.
Okay. So, danger. Danger, Will Robinson. On upstairs. Man, this place has been ransacked. Tribune Alea Idolus. My apologies if I skipped the respectful pleasantries. Rustwall is in great danger, and I have little time to waste. Legionnaires you stationed here have vanished along with most of my staff. What began as a full Legion cohort has mysteriously dwindled to fewer than 10 soldiers, including Captain Leronis. No one knows what has become of them. The remaining staff is close to panic. We're evidently under attack by an unknown and so far unseen force. Captain Leronis has a plan. We're to hide in the...
The captain planned to hide, but where?
Alright, now we need to meet
We need
her.
to find Captain Leronis. Meet me at the barracks on the south side of the estate.
Okay. The main story is that way. What is this? Ancestor Silk?
Useful. Hold on to that.
Back here, comrade. I found Captain Leronis.
Oh no, they're probably dead. Yep.
What a loss.
Sam,
I found that letter clutched in his hand.
Captain Leronis, damned if your suspicions weren't true. I found a pile of bloodied armor buried in the forest. Your legionnaires aren't deserting. Someone is killing them. The staff knows to take refuge in the catacombs during an attack. They'll be safe until you give the all clear. I have the only key, so let me know when you're ready. Stay safe. Groundskeeper Gaines.
The servants are hiding in the catacombs. Let's talk.
Certainly. Hang on just a minute while I take these, crafting components. Sweet rolls.
The bloody clothes and the warning candles suggest someone or something attacked Rustwall. And we know Captain Leronis was working on a plan. I hope to find him alive, but the letter from the groundskeeper tells us more than we knew before.
The letter suggests the servants are hiding in the catacombs.
Not as grim as it sounds. The Count ordered the catacombs converted into a shelter a while back. He wanted a place for anyone in residence to hide should war sweep over Colovia. Let's hope the rest of the cohort and the servants are safe and secure.
The note says this groundskeeper Gaius has the only key.
Groundskeeper Gaius is a tough old hedge snipper. We need to find him and get his key to open the catacombs. Then we can see how much of the cohort and household staff survived whatever happened here. Let's check Gaius's home first.
Let's go find Groundskeeper Gaius.
Groundskeeper Gaius's home is just down the hill to the east. Whether he's there or not, we need to find that key.
Did Captain Laronis serve with you long?
We fought side by side at North Hook. He was brave, but never foolish. Always took every engagement seriously. A lot of soldiers would be dead right now if not for him. When I received command of the cohort, I requested he join me.
What's the difference between a tribune and a captain?
About 3 rungs on the command ladder hierarchy. I lead the cohort, but Captain Laronis usually served as our field commander. While I handled strategy and logistics details, he oversaw the forces on the ground. Whatever killed him will pay.
Okay. All right. We need to search Groundkeeper Gaius's home or Gaius, and find either him or the catacomb key. All right, let's get out so we can see where that is. Okay, that is right over there. So before we head over there, let's go ahead and see about the path chaos and finish investigating Rustwall Estate. What's up there? What y'all doing up there? Some goodies up there? No? We're around here, I assume. So, wait a minute. Help Tribune Alea investigate Rustwall Estates. Well, that's who gave us the side quest, right? Hang on, I'm getting confused already. Isn't that who? Let's see. She's still in here. What was her name? No. Yeah, her. That's what I thought. Help Tribune Alea investigate Rustwall Estate. So maybe the side quest is a part.
Groundskeeper Gaius's home is just down the hill to the east.
Okay. Evidently the side quest that I got is a part of the main story. Okay, so we're going to play those games, huh? Got it? Yeah, you got it. It's just a wasp.
Gaius? Are you here? It's Tribune Alea.
Why are you hiding?
Thank the divines. Are they gone?
Who, Gaius? Who attacked Rustwall?
I'm glad to see Tribune Alea, but she certainly took her sweet time. We've had all sorts of problems here. Did you bring reinforcements? Captain Laronis sent the remaining legionaries and staff into the catacombs. Then he was going to call for help.
Captain Laronis is dead. Me and Tribune Alea are the only reinforcements.
Dead? Damn shame. He was tolerable as far as Legion officers go. He had a good plan, too. While he hid everyone who was left in the catacombs, I was to keep watch until help arrived. I even stashed the key in a safe place in case the enemy found me.
What happened to the legionnaires who disappeared?
It had to be some sort of enemy army, but all I ever saw were a few wood elves sneaking around the grounds. We need to let everyone in the catacombs know it's safe to come out. Can you go retrieve the key and take care of that?
All right, we'll go get the survivors. Where did you hide the catacomb key?
I stashed the key inside the old statue in the garden. Don't worry, I'll draw you a map. Just be careful wandering in the garden. We've had an infestation of odd bugs recently. Odd and dangerous.
What led everyone to fleeing to the catacombs to hide?
When the legionaries showed up, we felt a lot safer. A little security in these troubled times. Then, one by one, soldiers started disappearing. We weren't sure if they were deserting or what. Then, I found the bloody legionary armor.
Then what happened?
Captain Laronas suspected an enemy was picking the cohort off one by one. He expected a full-scale attack, so he sent the staff into the catacombs with the remaining legionaries to protect them. I hid here until you and the Tribune showed up.
You mentioned something about wood elves.
Other than the wood elves I spotted sneaking around, we never saw the enemy. And the only evidence of foul play was the bloody armor I found. Captain Laronas assumed it was brigands looking to rob the estate. But would brigands challenge a cohort?
How long have you been working at the Rustwall estate?
I've been supervising the outdoor staff since Leovic was a cub. Gardeners, masons, they all answer to me. No easy job, especially when we're all frightened out of our wits. I know Rustwall inside and out. Made it easy to find a spot to hide my key.
Okay. Take the map.
Grab the map and let's go. We need
Okay.
that key.
I was like, is he gonna give it to me or what? Took a sweet time about it. Oh, this looks like... Look at this map. Well, it's simple, but it does the trick, I guess. So, we need to go up and around through a little gate. Okay. Enter the gardens.
The gardens are just east of here, down the hill.
Well, thank you for the information. Alright, so somewhere around in here. She said east of here, so actually it's up this way. Oh,
The Rustwall Gardens. Our map indicates a spot on the western side.
okay.
These insects, they're from deep underground.
Been on the
What
lookout
drove
for
them
that.
to the surface?
I don't know, but this is a pretty garden. A lead. Oh, okay, for some antiquities. I think it was this one. Advanced. I guess I need to start working on doing this stuff, you guys. What else is new in here? I'm not seeing anything else new yet. Okay. Let's continue.
There. That's the statue marked on the map. Search for the hidden key. That's the key. Now let's go open the catacombs. The door is across from the barracks.
Doors across from the barracks. Man, there's a lot of bugs around here. Across from the barracks, so we're going to go back the way we came.
Move out. We need to find my cohort.
I hear fighting going on. Well, that's the one bad thing about a new chapter, is that people kill all the enemies, so you're not getting any experience. Okay, there's some here. Oh, she tried to use me to pull herself to me. You know what? I'm not going to waste time looking at the bookshelves.
Look, down there.
Whoa.
Still no sign of the escaped legionary, Shard Marshal.
No matter, mortal. More of our forces will come through soon.
As you say, Shard Marshal Vargas, we have more than enough weapons now.
That wood elf. He's with the Recollection. And he's taking orders from a Dremora? What's going on here?
I don't know, but that voice sounded very, very familiar.
This furniture was meant for the comfort of dignitaries who took refuge here, not for these Recollection bastards.
Okay. Just tell me how you feel.
Hey, over by the gate.
By my sword, a legionary. Report, soldier.
Hate to bring bad news to the Tribune, but I'm the only member of the cohort left. Those Recollection zealots killed legionaries guarding the estate until we sent whoever remained down here. That's when we walked right into the Daedra's clutches.
How did you manage to survive?
I got lucky. I fell behind to adjust a loose bootstrap. When I heard the attack start, I slipped into the shadows and have been running ever since. Look, the Daedra have a portal. They're filling the catacombs with Daedric forces to attack Skingrad.
Where's this portal?
It's in the ruins, down in the deepest part of the catacombs. Two magical anchor things keep it open. Tribune Alea is strong, and you look like you can handle yourself. While the Recollection hunts me, you need to destroy that portal.
We'll destroy the portal. How do we find it?
Go east, and you'll find where the Daedra dug up from below. Drop down and keep going east. You'll know the portal when you see it. Break those anchors, and I bet the portal closes. I'll try and lead the Recollection away, and then find you down there.
Are you sure you'll be all right on your own?
I've become pretty good at sneaking around down here. There are all sorts of secret passageways and trick walls. You just have to know where to look. Don't wait for me, though. I have to move slow to avoid the Recollection patrols and the Daedra.
You're certain no one else from the cohort survived?
Almost positive. The Recollection swarmed the remaining cohort and the servants we were protecting. They worked fast. It was a slaughter. I'm lucky I lagged behind, or they would have fallen on me too. I managed to pull a few servants away, but they weren't soldiers. No one trained them for any of this. I can't blame them for making too much noise, or being too slow with the blade. I tried to keep them safe, but it wasn't long before I was on my own.
Why do you think breaking the anchors will close the portal?
Call it a hunch. But if I'm being honest, I have no idea what it will do. It might fling you right into oblivion, or turn you into a netch. The anchors seemed important. At the very least, destroying them is better than leaving them be.
Okay.
Legionary Capio is right. We need to shut down that portal.
Well, let's be off.
Down into the ruins. We've got to close that portal.
Hang on a minute. You know I have to search for foods. What is it with lining up? Look, somebody else is doing the same thing. Getting their foods for crafting. Okay. Okay, I guess we're going down into the hole? Yikes. Oh. Climb down. Glad I didn't jump.
KPO said the Daedric portal was to the east.
Okay. That means we need to go this way. Yeah, because we can't, I don't think we can go this way, can we? Oh, maybe we can. Okay, yeah, I guess we can. Alright, and down this way. Uh-oh.
The portal! Destroy the anchors, comrade!
Okay.
Defend the anchors! Maintain the portal! The anchors! Stop them!
Nope. Hurry.
Retreat!
That closed the portal. Good work. Now, let's find a way out of here.
Oh, we're not gonna fight? Oh, guess not.
This way, Tribune. Follow the tracks.
We were just so speedy, we didn't have to fight.
Over here, comrade. Let's talk. My cohort almost completely destroyed. The Rustwall staff almost all dead. Even Shard Marshal Vargas managed to slip from our grasp. While we closed the portal and saved Skingrad, it feels like we failed, comrade.
This is part of something bigger. I came here to investigate a disturbance in the Threads of Fate.
The Threads of Fate? That sounds ominous. But after what we saw down there, I'll keep an open mind. We learned that the Recollection cult is working with Daedra and taking orders from Shard Marshal Vargas. They got damn close to invading Skingrad.
So the threat here is over?
With the portal closed and the Daedra on the run, the remaining Recollection forces aren't enough to threaten Skingrad. But I'll get the Legion to send more soldiers, just in case. Here, the pay I promised. The Legion always makes good on its debts.
Thank you.
Consider your temporary commission suspended, comrade. Though I'd love to have you permanently assigned to my cohort. I plan to continue to look into the Recollection and Shard Marshal Vargas. I hear there's a wood elf in Skingrad doing the same.
What are you going to do about the remaining Daedra and Recollection cultists beneath Rustwall?
I'll send for more legionaries to clear them out. As many as we can spare. With the portal closed and Shard Marshal Vargas on the run, they shouldn't pose too much of a problem.
And what happens to Rustwall Estate after that?
That's up to Count Calantius. I'll advise him to keep legionaries at the estate even when no dignitaries are present. Problem is, we don't have many left to allocate here. The Legion isn't what it once was. What with the Empire in disarray.
Wood Elf? You mean Baragon?
You know him?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting history for a wood elf. Traveled Tamriel as an adventurer in his youth, then became an Imperial scribe.
Mm-hmm.
I understand he's retired now, but word is he's investigating the Recollection. I should find him and compare notes.
What are you going to do about the... No, we already asked that. Okay. So, yeah, they kind of interlocked that side quest with the main quest. Well, there's a world boss here. And a public dungeon. We got 5 minutes left. Before we do let's go over here and see about this delve. I'm not sure. Well, I don't know. Let's go see. Maybe this world boss won't take very long. If there's anybody over there, or if it's spawned. Way. Okay. There's nobody here yet. I see some people waiting though. Right there's a group of people. Ooh, some high level people. Everything's all crystallized. Oh, well, he's here. Where are you guys going? Oh, well, he was there. I'm not trying to go out there by myself. We need somebody to kick it off, like one of you high-ranking people. Yeah, that's definitely him. Okay, nobody, they're not doing it. And I definitely cannot do that by myself.
You could craft something nice with that.
Well, we wasted time messing around there. So I guess we'll just end this episode right here. And maybe when we come back, there might be more people interested in doing the world boss. All right, you guys, so that's going to do it for this episode as we officially kick off the main story of Gold Road. Thank you so much for watching this playthrough and the previous playthroughs. I truly appreciate it. And I will see you guys on in the next episode. Bye.